There comes a moment in a man's life when he needs to take a pause and reflect on his life's journey and the choices he has made. He has to stop and look back, and then look forward. He has to make the transition from a boy to a man. He has to think about the time he has available and how to spend it wisely from this point on and onwards. I did this, and I went out to buy a drone and make a YouTube channel. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, Our Secret Garden. Today we are going to look at our crew, and the most important member that is of the crew is this cat called Miko the cat. He is the emperor in the gardens around here, and he decides whether you will live or whether you will die. So let's let him be for a second and look at the rest of the crew. Here we are with our second member of the crew. It's Robin the dog. Robin is a 7-year-old Australian Shepherd. You will most likely be seeing him in a leash, because if he's not in a leash, he will be gone forever. Say hello! But there are also people on the team, and 2 of them in fact. One is me, Preben, 37 years old and a gardening enthusiast. I don't know a whole lot about gardening yet, but I still hope to inspire and entertain with our journey into the unknown territory. Behind the camera, walking backwards, is my wife Nadia, who's just as passionate about gardening as I am. She'll mostly handle filming, editing and managing social media. Let's talk about the mission with this YouTube channel. The mission is to entertain, inspire and provide great gardening tips and project ideas that can be done in gardens of all sizes and all types. And if we are being completely honest, we are probably doing it because we love and find it incredibly fun and exciting to work with making videos. That was the crew. Let's move on. I'll just quickly add a side note from inside the garage here, and that's because I want to show you guys how the name Our Secret Garden came about. The answer to that question is behind this door. So let's have a look. Inside here you can see there's plenty of material for future episodes on how to organize your garden stuff and clean up your garden shed. But that's not what we're going to do today. Follow me. I see projects everywhere. Move on. The answer is behind this dirty secret window. And that's not a reference to the movie at all. There's an almost magical and secretive ambience when you view the garden from in here. The garden is completely concealed from the outside world, surrounded by trees on all sides and tucked away behind the garage. I love it. Our house and garden are located in northern Denmark near the Limfjord in Jutland. Denmark is in the temperate climate zone, which results in cool summers with average temperatures of 16 degrees Celsius and not very cold winters, at least not normally, with an average temperature of 0.5 degrees Celsius. The challenge in Denmark can be extended periods of drought, like the ones we've experienced this year, as well as periods with very heavy rainfall, but that's not unlike many other places nowadays. Looking at plant hardiness, we are situated in a zone 7/8 according to this chart, which might also change over time. We, or perhaps mostly me, enjoy pushing the boundaries of what's possible with exotic plants, so I will attempt to stretch this scale as far as I can, and then we'll see if it succeeds or become costly mistakes. I have an almost obsessive need for the geometry from above to be as close to perfect as possible, and this results in the different parts of our ornamental garden resembling older Renaissance gardens or parterre gardens. I adore that type of garden with strict borders and edges along with lush extravagance within the flower beds. As mentioned before, we incorporate a lot of exotic elements into the garden, but we also work with classic garden sections such as roses, a kitchen garden, herbs, garden ponds and similar features.
Here we are taking a flyover of the property with our brand new DJI Pro 3 mini drone, which is already the best toy I've ever had. The property totals 6,802 square meters spread across various different areas. Behind the garage there's the garden sections where we spend most of our time, well isolated from the outside world, well except when someone flies over it with a drone of course. Here we are flying over a small wooded area, and finally we are hovering over a small piece of wild meadow. From here, we can gaze out over Lowndes Lake. So, if we are going to go through the roughly divided 5 sections of the garden, they look like this. We have the front garden, consisting mostly of a lawn, some trees like birch and oak, with a hedge on one side and a rhododendron bed on the other. The next area is the driveway and parking lot with gravel. Not that interesting. But then we have this yellow section, which is the ornamental garden where many of the following episodes will take place. There's the wooded area, and finally there's the patch with a bit of meadow. The last 3 segments are what we collectively call our secret garden, which is a total of around 4,000 square meters altogether. So, that was the very first proper episode of our secret garden. We hope you enjoyed watching and hope you'll stick around with a subscription or a like. In the next episode we'll briefly go through the projects that we have done before we decided to document our journey through the world of gardening with a vlog. See you soon from all of us to all of you.